Hey guys, welcome back to Man Time. Today's episode we have got some real man time on our hands here. Just came down to the barn to see if it was dry enough to get a vehicle down through here. Had a customer call up saying I want to buy the rest of your hay. Since it's kind of a late winter, we're going to need that hay. So, come to find out, there's no more roof over the hay. So I guess the winter storm, like a lot of Texans, are feeling the pain. You know, I'm not exempt from that. But we got to do what we got to do now. So my wife and I actually built this barn probably 6-7 years ago to store all the hay, and it was just really cheap. Craigslist and Marketplace, old used tin, used reclaimed wood from different projects. So it wasn't real expensive. Probably wasn't up to code. One side of the barn did hold up. The other side didn't, and this was the north-facing side, so I guess the melting on the south-facing side was able to get that snow melted and actually off of there quickly enough where it didn't just collapse in. But yeah, there were main runners that ran down. These are 15 by 15 sections here, and the runners broke, and then the whole rest of the roof just gave way. So the plan today is to go through and pull out all the metal screws, see if the tin is going to be salvageable, maybe by banging it, banging some of the dents out of it. And so we'll just jump into it here, and I'm going to move the tractor out of the way and get to work. Welcome to Man Time. Alright, well, a couple pro tips for a job like this. You want to be as lightweight as possible, so I've got everything out of my tool belt that I don't need. I mean, once again, it's like eating an elephant, right? One bite at a time. One screw, one panel of tin, one 2x4, just one thing at a time, stay positive, and that's how you get the job done. So settle in, grab a frosty beverage, and let's go to fixing this roof. Alright, let's try to straighten this tin out a little bit. This is where the earplugs come into play. It's got creases right along this area here. So, and you can see it's kind of bowed up like that. See if we can't get these. I mean, that's not too bad. I think I'm going to be able to salvage this stuff. Most of it, anyway. Seeing that it was old, used chicken house tin anyway, I think it's still going to work. So, alright, one piece down. Quite a few more to go. Let's go. Alright, as usual, working into the night here, having to work, you know, after I get off work and whatnot. So I'll just leave the time-lapse going here as I'm finishing up the job, or what I can get done tonight before it's too dark. The plan... Mosquitoes out already. Son of a gun. Alright, the plan is to get this hay under the other side of the barn before it rains. So I've got tonight and tomorrow night and hopefully I can get enough of this cleared out here where I can get all this hay and move it up under some cover. And I'm going to tell my customer if he can show up tomorrow, that would be really great to pick up the rest of this hay. So let's finish this up, and if you're out there watching, just remember, keep a positive attitude. How to eat an elephant one bite at a time. That's what we got to do here. Well, that helps out, having customers that need hay right now. Called a couple of my customers and said, you know, the hay barn caved in, and if you need some hay, you know, now's the time to come and get it. We got rain scheduled to come in tomorrow and the next day through the weekend. So I might have another customer coming to get the rest of the hay. But in the meantime, we'll get this wood sorted and then get the rest of this tin off of the wood. And then I've got some other stuff that I don't want to get wet. Put the hooks on the tractor and get this stuff where it's out of the weather. All right, we are getting there. I got the demo pretty well done. It looks like the failure was in these 2x8s. There was just one 2x8 spanning this 15-foot section, and I think those gave. It looks like some of the 2x4s are going to be salvageable. I had the 2x8s running kind of down the edge of the barn, and then the 2x4s running as purling to screw the tin down to. But I don't remember how long everything was. So let's take some measurements here. So those are 16-footers. Let's check our 2x4s. Alright, so I used some old creosote. These were actually on the property when I got the property. These old telephone poles. And then up here, oh, come on. Come on. I used some all thread and went straight through and then through both of the 2x8s. But there was only a single 2x8. Like you can see there's a single 2x8 running across this section and down the side there, and that's the same way it was on this other side. So that's the deal. I guess look at me, I'm a ghost back here because it's so dark back here the camera can't figure out what to do. Alright, so anyways, I'm going to go ahead and double up these 2x8s running down and down the length of it here. Learn my lesson. Just in case it does snow 10 inches in Texas again, I'll be prepared. So I'm going to double up what I have here. I'm going to double up across what broke, and then get a bunch of extra 2x4s just to make sure that I have enough to finish the job. I can see I'm able to salvage maybe half of what I've got over here, but I'm going to use this side as a template, and then just get about I'm going to just do the same amount of 2x4s that I've got over here, just in case as I'm going through there, there's cracks and stuff in them. So that's going to be the next steps, figuring out what materials I need to get. Hopefully I can get the rest of this hay sold and then put the barn back together. So that'll be another episode where we put a new half of the roof on this barn here and get it fixed up. So thanks for joining me today on Man Time, guys. Get out there, have you some man time too.